beautiful people. Welcome to Kate's Space. I'm Kate from Pixie Designs, and today I have a journal flip through for you. So it's a lovely Thursday morning here, and this will go up tonight. So it is my sample designs design team project, and I have attempted to make a really tall, I wouldn't call it skinny journal. It is really tall because it's based around this music score cover that I've been holding on to for ages. And of course, as we hoard these things, they deteriorate because they're very old. And I've wanted to use it, and I've decided I would just use it as a cover. So it's over 30 centimeters tall. It's about 32 centimeters tall because it's got this French linen fabric poking out. And it's 13 centimeters this way. It's a single signature, and it has about 60 pages in it. It is tied, as you can see, with this beautiful grey seam binding, and I've used a piece to keep it closed, and the journal is generally pretty neutral actually, but I had these beautiful images from a book that I wanted to use, so I have decorated. This is also old music score. This is book page, and behind here is some Florentine paper from Italy, and I've decorated it, as you can see, and it tucked in the back is a New Zealand vintage envelope from 1954, and in here is an old library card, Francis of Assisi, and this beautiful old postcard, which is an abbey somewhere in France, and I just thought that was good when you see the topic of the journal. So I've decorated that with a little bit of lace and a rusty staple, and also this from the same book. I've put that on a card with some embossed paper, so that's a bit of a space to journal. Yeah, so that they tuck in there basically, so that can be moved around. It can be put in the journal. This ribbon can come out and be replaced by something else, although it would be hard to get it through this hole because it's covered here, but it's not impossible. So let's pop that aside. So basically this music score was called The Gift. So it is a song, and I have wanted to use it. It's basically, so the premise is a young woman with her baby visited by an angel, and asked what gift would she like to bestow on this young baby. I think it's a girl. And so I've wanted to use it for ages, and I love the neutrality of it. I have scanned it, so I will include a copy. It will be A4 size, and it will have this, and then the lyrics are on the back. So I will include that with this journal so that someone who purchases it can have the lyrics, and I'll tuck that in here somewhere. So this is what the journal looks like from this side. And I have used the kits Golden Prayer and Prayer from Sam Poole's Etsy shop, so head on over and purchase them if you like what you see. So we open this up. Now the colours are kind of this lovely grey and these neutral creams, and I've kind of tried to stick to those, and that's how this grey ribbon kind of ties in with these sort of greys here. Tucked in this pocket is one of these sort of paper pads or collection of papers, old papers. This one here is from 1889, a New Zealand piece of ephemera, a French rag page piece, some vintage, actually this is antique newsprint. It came from a Girls Own annual, and then a little prayer holy card from the kit, and that's printed with a sort of a foxed image paper on the back. Some tea-dyed paper and some Sam Poole stamps on this. This is from Italy, piece of ephemera and an Italian book page. That's folded, so you've got the whole page. And then this piece of ephemera from This is also New Zealand 1926, so it's a big check and it's got these cool stamps on the back. And then some repurposed blank music manuscript. I'll try and keep everything in frame as best I can, but as you can see, it is she's very tall. So this pocket is made with an old linen that I've folded up and sewn around. Lining this is a French linen tea towel with these beautiful red stripes. So to strengthen this, just so you know, we've got the very old paper, and then I have actually lined that with like tissue paper to strengthen it. I've then glued this beautiful linen on it, and on the outside, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but there is this vintage dotted tulle that I've also put on, although it kind of comes down here. It doesn't cover the entire cover. I'm pretty sure I got this from Tracy at Tracy J Designs. I'll link her channel below in case you want to check her out. Another New Zealand journal maker. Right, in here we have these little cards, and I've turned that into a little tag with an eyelet in it. I have a little French vocab card, near, close by. I thought that was applicable. And here we have one of the tags from the Golden Prayer kit, and I've gone around here with the glass glitter, which I haven't really used much this Christmas season, and I thought it's time to get the glitter out. Another French vintage or antique postcard. I'm not sure of the date. It's not dated. I know these ones are very old. It's actually out of a Paris book, postcard book that I've got, and I've been hoarding that. I've had it for a very long time, and it was time to use it. And this card here is also from the Golden Prayer, and I've backed that with some genuine vintage old cardstock. Almost the last of that, I think. Okay, so I've made a lace pocket. I've used lots of lace. I've tried to channel Rhonda from Little Bit French, who is also, and Dodie, who is in our group, and tried to sort of emulate their style a little bit. They're so good at all these beautiful laces and the neutrals and things. So yeah, I've tried my best. It was really fun to try something different. Another postcard. This is addressed to someone in Wellington, New Zealand. I can't see the date on it, but it's a 1 penny stamp, so it's very old. And again, it's got a sort of a religious theme to it. And this is one of the images from Golden Prayer, and I've just backed that with that beautiful print also from Golden Prayer. And this is one of the pages. What I did was I actually printed them on I enlarged them to fit into the journal. So these have been printed on like a sketchbook paper. So it's nice, quite strong paper. So I've used some of this beautiful old wallpaper that Joe and I found one time in an antique shop up north. I have this little French emblem here. I bought this from French Billet Doux, I think. It came with some sewing things, and so I've included that. I've included a little selection of papers here, one of the holy cards, some old book page, which I've stenciled this beautiful gold sort of mousse on. I've had that for a while. There's just a little notepad that says notes on it, a blank library catalogue card, a piece of old ledger with another stamp on it, and another piece of the rag paper tucked in there. Oh, and then this from one of those, what do you call them? A missal, a religious missal. It's got the cool red. Now, I'm not going to lie, this is not an easy pocket to put anything in and out of. It's this beautiful fabric. I think it comes from a vintage petticoat. And so it's because I've gathered it up like that to create those folds. It's difficult to get anything in and out of. So yeah, but flip, it looks amazing. I love it. This is from a rose book that I have, and I just wanted to include it with this lovely beautiful rose just for a little bit of colour and difference. And on the back of that I've glued this huge white doily, and I've done this sort of collage. These lift, so if you wanted to tuck something behind there you could, and I've made this little sort of sewn snippet on here with lots of vintage lace and things, and these little flowers and a laundry label. Here we have some more of that repurposed and coffee dyed blank music manuscript, and I have glued one of my snippets. So this bit here folds out, obviously. I've paper clipped this piece here, which is similar to the front piece. It's using the same music cover sheet, and on the back is just glued some old ledger paper, which could be written on, I guess, or you can tuck something in there. And attached to that is an old necklace that I used to have, which was like a faux rosary, and I've put an angel wing on there. So this is a piece of music from the actual cover, the score here, and so you can see some of the lyrics. And this is some very old lace that I was given by Tracy from Tracy J Designs. So this is antique German lace. Again, there's some old papers in here that are delicate. This is just tea dyed paper, or coffee dyed probably, and here is another pocket using this beautiful lace. And I've tucked a couple of cards in here. This one is from the Golden Prayer Kit, and it's backed onto some very old card, and I've used some patination wax around the edges. And this one is just backed onto some of the, again, that very old stained vintage card. Another one of the little holy cards that I've glued to this. This is one of the prints from the kit, and this is the foxed background that's also in the kit. Again, another little ledger that opens out, so it opens right out here, and it's got some old lace on that little part, and one of the holy cards just clipped there. Another image from the kit, these gorgeous cherubs. And I love this one with the crown here. That's beautiful. Another one of the snippets that I have been hoarding, and I thought these colours suited the journal. And here I made a little piece of, I guess you'd call it jewellery, with one of the images from the kit and a glass over the top. And again, that's attached to that rosary. And this is an old safety pin that I have aged. Again, some coffee dyed paper, some music roll paper, Abide With Me, and on the other side I've used the other half of that doily and glued that down, and used an image from the kit, and that's glued down. This is an old holy religious type piece of ephemera that I own, and that tucks in there, and that's another image from the kit. Some embossed paper. This is embossed watercolor paper, a little bit of snippet of lace down here. This is an image from a book. It's actually from a ballet book my sister gave me, but I just loved it, and it opens out, and there's some very old lace just along the bottom here, some very delicate, very beautiful lace. I don't know if you can see on here, but I've used my beautiful rose embossing folder. Oh yeah, you can see it there. And on this old Italian piece of ephemera that I purchased from Rachel. So this is a rag paper. I don't know how old it is. This is some paper from a postage stamp album. I love this paper. It's got this beautiful grid on it, and yeah, I found some on one of my recent shopping trips, and I've got a haul video coming up showing that. But yeah, I love this paper for journals. And I did a bit of stamping here and some gold embossing powder, and I love how that looks. Another one of the snippets that I made during the 100-day project, and I've just added a pearl button there. This is part of some music paper, and here it is in the center. I loved this so much, I wanted to put it in the center. Normally I wouldn't put something old and delicate in the center, but it was somewhere else in the journal, and I just wanted it to go here. I've got some Amity Bloom tape down the sides to protect it. I've actually bound this journal with some gold twine, and I've waxed it to help it just not move. And I've put these lovely glass beads on the bottom with the pearls, and I love how that looks. On the other side, I've glued this lace to decorate this page and place one of the big sort of lace holy cards from the kit. And then, you know, because we're in the middle, we're seeing the other side of all these pages. Now, this here is the other part of this petticoat. So this is the top part and this is the bottom part around the border. Now, this is, you can pop something in here. But it's quite narrow and I haven't put anything in there. And actually what I might do is fold the lyrics and pop them in that little page there. But that's the other part of that beautiful Italian document. And so yeah, we're coming to the other half of all the pages. Here again is a tab that I've made with some of that beautiful goldy brown vintage velvet and some old lace. And some more of that that rosary necklace that I had, and hanging on that are these beautiful little praying hands, which I've had for so long, and I really wanted to use them, and they just were perfect for this journal. Here is some handmade paper, cotton rag paper, which I've embossed and turned into a pocket. Here's the frame from the kit, which can be moved anywhere in the journal and something can be put behind it. And here's another old postcard. This one is addressed to someone in Dunedin. Again, I can't read the date on it, but it's an oldie. Maybe I should put it behind there. Then you can see her through the frame. So the other part of that coffee dyed paper, and that obviously folds out. So, you know, you can rip these off or, you know, do whatever you want to them. Another pocket made with an old handkerchief that again I've had for a very long time, I think. This is simply a piece of leftover cardstock, scrapbooking cardstock. It may be a 49er market in actual fact, but I just thought the sort of the images and everything on it really suited this journal, so obviously I've been holding on to it for that. A piece of that embossed watercolor paper, and I've just used a brad to attach that beautiful tag from the kit onto there. Oh, I need to get a move on. So there we go, that opens out. I've tried not to tear too many of the big pages off. And there's the other half of that, and there's the other half of that pocket that actually folds out on the other side. And tucked in this pocket again is another postcard. This is addressed to someone also in Dunedin, and this one's 1912. So I actually think the other one's probably about the same age. Image from the kit with the foxed paper printed on the back, and another image from the kit with the beautiful sort of aged wallpaper on the back. Oh, and also behind here is the other half of that document. So there's some more stamping with that same stamp, and as you can see that folds out, and I've used a little holy card there to decorate that page. There's the other half of this music paper. I've used washi tape there and lace there and washi tape here just to give it strength. Another one of those little sort of ruffles, and the washi tape here. I've also used masking tape in various places to strengthen pages. So this one again opens out, and that's the blank music manuscript, and I've used this image on here. Love this image, and I've used that just to extend this rose page, and it wraps around, but it's not used a punch here, but it's not a pocket. Another piece of beautiful music paper, and it said the prayer. I thought that was really appropriate. I've used some very old millinery flowers and some more of that very old delicate lace on the bottom here. It opens out, and again there's some more washi tape sort of strengthening it. This is glued down with a holy card and a doily, which comes around from the side. And I've tucked some little things in here. What have we got? We've got this beautiful little page that's from a little communion letters book. So it talks all about communion. We have this library card, faith, and we have an image from the kit with the lovely sort of distressed wallpaper image on the back. and another piece of New Zealand ephemera from 1896. Another one of the holy cards, and another page from that old missal. Again, I've left this loose, but it's a very loose pocket. I mean, you could slip something in there, or you could glue that down. The other half of that beautiful wallpaper, it's so lovely and soft. And tucked into this pocket, we have just a scrap of the old ledger paper. So there's the image on that. And a couple more, another one of the tags with some of the old netting that I used on the front of the book, and the glitter, and another library catalogue card. This one is Hope. And a collection of pages here which are held together with this book protector, corner protector. So one of the holy cards, and then just a collection of pages. This is from a French little diary from 1931. Some rag paper from a small French book. One of those little reckoner type books. Something from an old birthday book. Another piece of lined paper from a book from the 30s. And more Italian, and this one is from the 1800s. This birthday book's from the 1800s. So yeah, just a collection of papers that someone might like to use. Here's the back pocket. I have put this image in the back. It is lined with this old Italian document, and I've left it like that. It's not overly decorated. It's just to sort of sit there and decorate that, but could be fancied up more. And again, here's that double pocket at the back. Another one of the tags with the glitter and some of the crinkle seam binding. Another catalogue card. This one says Miracles, and another card from the kit with the distress wallpaper on the back. So that is my journal for this month for my design team. I hope you like it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon in the next video. Bye.